From Ashland, Oregon, home of William Shakespeare and progressive politics, and broadcasting live from the Southern Oregon University Digital Media Center and the RVTV studio, it's the So Not So Late Night Glamour Dave show, and recorded before a non-existent studio audience with a skeletal crew of certified public access producers. You can expect to see tonight's guests, whoever they may be, the Glamour Dave Comedy Players, and the Rogue Valley Public Access Orchestra. Now, here's your host, David Glamour Dave Nienow.
Hey there, Rogue Valley. Welcome to another edition of the So Not So Late Night Glamour Day show, where I, your host, David Glamour Dave Nienow, make an attempt to entertain you, the Rogue Valley, with some lowbrow public access comedy in the vein of my favorite late night heroes, Johnny Carson and David Letterman and Craig Ferguson. And since this is a public access lowbrow budget, we try to do the best that we can on $0. So tonight we have, as a wonderful benefit, we have Marianne Graham, who is our musical guest for the night, and she'll be performing a couple of songs during the next hour, and she'll be vying for the role of the Public Access Orchestra, and which is such a high demand position here at the studio. And but every time I get a musical guest and get featured them on the show, they soon get booked beyond their ability to come back and repeat as musical guests. So hopefully this gives Marianne a big boost in her bookings, and I will have to continue on with the search for a musical guest to fill that role of the Public Access Orchestra here at RVTV. So we're happy to have Marianne on the show. And then I have my mother as guest sidekick for the evening. And then I have my wonderful friend and fellow producer here at RVTV be my first guest of the hour. Jim Falkenstein is here.
Boo.
He's just a little bit nuts and extremely funny. So we'll have a fun time for this next half hour. So thank you, Rogue Valley, and so let's get this show on the road.
Woo!
Thank you, Jim, for coming on, my friend.
Thanks for having me, Dave. Your studio audience is lacking. It's very, very sparse. I don't know, a lot of the big shows bring in crowds, but not you. Is it exclusive? Is that what you're going with?
Well, this is kind of our stature in the world of talk shows is kind of on the low end of things.
Right.
So our ability to attract live audience people in
Is low?
is pretty low.
Low?
So, yeah.
But we have about maybe 12 out there in TV land.
That are actually watching?
Yeah.
Here's my suggestion.
Yeah.
Shares and a plate of bagels. That'll
Yeah.
bring in a couple people.
Yeah,
So I'm
okay.
just throwing out.
Well, I got my
low.
crew food out there in the green room.
Right.
So,
You're on your way.
Yeah.
You're on your way, yeah. But,
So, Jim, what's going on lately? I mean, you're one of the things besides being a producer here in the
Yeah.
studio
Yeah.
is that you're a legendary Hollywood prop master.
Oh, yeah, that is so true. Legendary. Working on the show Fuller House right now with
Yeah.
all the fine folks at Fuller House. They're all wonderful people. Every one of them is a saint. Every single person on the show, all the
right.
crew.
Okay.
They're probably, it's like a family. Like here, everyone here is like a family. And whenever they say that, it's like a family. Well, we're all family. It's not like a family. Have you hung out with your family for like more than 20 minutes without going, I got to get away from him. I wish he would shut up. I am tired of his face. That's true. So when you say we're like a family,
Yeah.
I think that's 100% right.
We're like a
everyone here
family.
like a family.
Yeah.
And I mean that all to every single one of you, especially you, Lynn.
Lynn's a special
What do you
family.
think? How are things going with the Glamour Dave show? What number
Well,
is this one?
This is episode 26.
What are your goals? How many episodes do you want to make?
Well, I will continue to make episodes until I get a big, highly paid booking in Hollywood or elsewhere.
Oh.
Right? So, but that hasn't happened yet. So it seems like this is going to continue to go on for a very extended, long-term.
Longer than you want it to be?
That's right, yeah.
So you want to be a cheap whore that sells out right away, but no one's buying
That's
you.
right, yeah.
So,
And I've got so many reality show concepts out there,
Right.
that I'm trying to get pitched and seen by producers and production companies and stuff.
good idea.
And
Yeah.
and some of the stuff's been looked at, but no one has come back and
Wave
bought-
the magic
and
wad of
waved-
money in
that's
front of
right,
you to
yeah.
make you
So-
go away. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want Dave to go away, wave money in front
That's
of him.
right, yeah.
And he will go
Yeah, because
away.
the number one objective of all this work here at RVTV
Yes?
is to get me into enough of a financial situation that I can buy my mother a home.
And then I
Oh.
can retire as being the last resort sidekick.
That's right. Yeah,
Is that your technical nickname?
That's my
the last
technique,
resort
the last
sidekick?
resort sidekick.
yeah. It happens that tonight I had Meg Windows booked to be the guest sidekick for the evening.
Is it windows or widows?
Windows. Yeah.
Oh, I just got
And
windows.
Meg is she kind of fell under the weather, a bit sick starting yesterday, and just is not able to make it in this evening. So Meg, I wish you were here, but
We all wish you were here,
Yeah.
so we wouldn't have to sit next to this
Yeah.
nightmare.
So, but
You know what I'm saying?
take care of
This nightmare.
yourself and
one.
and get well soon, and and we'll get you on the show again here soon.
So, as your mom is the last resort sidekick, that's
Yeah.
your official title?
my official
Is that
title.
your official side title at home too? Is that what you call her, the last resort mom? I mean,
No.
how
No,
bad
Mom, I'm number one.
that's
is it?
right.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Number one mom,
yeah.
last resort
Yeah.
sidekick.
But it's like she's prepared to come on the show to help me when it's absolutely necessity.
It says, can you help him with pronouncing the word
yeah,
necessary?
but,
Can you help him with that?
Necessity.
But it's a
absolute
matter
necessity?
that
Oh.
it has to be like it has to be crunch time for
Oh.
her to come on and help. Otherwise, she likes to stay behind the scenes.
Oh.
Yeah,
and
I'm happy behind
helping
the
with the
scenes.
So
wonderful
like
set
the
design.
great ones, you need the pressure.
Yeah,
You need that last minute call.
that's right.
To really juice
She
you
does a
up
great
to bring
job.
in.
Yeah, 5
bring all the
seconds, you're on the air.
Right? You
know,
thrive
and
under
here
pressure. Is
comes
that what
Mom,
I'm hearing?
yeah.
Thrive under pressure?
So it's, but so much of my success here at the studio is in big part to my mother's help.
Oh,
behind the
believe it.
scenes.
We all voted, and she's
know?
like probably 90% of your success. That was what we all decided.
Yeah.
90%.
90%.
Really, Dorothy. Yeah.
So it's and she's winner of best set design of the year.
As well, she
Yeah.
At this year's Soda
if we had a
Awards.
studio audience, they'd all applaud the set design right
Yeah.
now.
So
All right, we got crew applauding that. That's close enough.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yes, you deserve that
yeah.
for sure. All right, so you got this Glamour Dave show. You got some art stuff you like to do. You're an art guy,
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I've
know
got my Rogue Artisans and Crafters show.
right? You got a lot of art shows. Are you do you do art at all?
I've done a lot of art in my life, actually.
What do you think your medium is of choice? What do you
Well,
love?
my most successful medium has been photography.
Photography.
Oh, that's true. Glamour Dave.
That's right.
That's
That's
the name, Glamour
that's
Dave.
right,
and you're-
because for 10 years I photographed some of the leading fitness models in the fitness industry
Oh,
and ran their official websites.
really?
And
Like, who's the big famous fitness model? What was the girl? They all had leg warmers on, I'm assuming. Those fitness models, right? Did they all wear leg warmers?
I've some of the more famous fitness models that I worked with in my
Jane
career-
Fonda.
No.
Fred Flintstone, Dave.
Fred. Oh,
Oh,
that's
there's
not-
God, Mike, interjecting. But no, but I had Tara Caballero, Erin Ellington, Brenda Kelly, Devin Jones were among some of the more famous fitness models that appeared regularly in muscle magazines like Muscle Mag International and Planet Muscle and Muscular Development and all those kinds of
And
publications.
guess who his assistant was?
That's right. My mother was the assistant.
Wait a minute. So, assistant of last resort? Was that what she was?
No,
No?
you
No,
know.
I
How
was
were
big
you-
time then. I helped the models. I made costumes for them,
Oh.
helped them with their makeup,
Right.
used the light shield, da-da-da-da.
Right.
Yeah.
You showed that? Yeah, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
you know,
So,
and
what
having
kind of-
your
how much did
mother.
he pay back in those days? Pretty good?
Having your mother as a photographer's assistant
Yeah.
made it much easier to get the models comfortable because what the hell's going to happen on a photo shoot when the photographer's mother is there?
Oh,
right.
that's true.
So it made for a much more comfortable
took your
setting.
creepy factor down a little bit.
That's
What you're
right.
saying,
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, fashion glamour photographers by default have a creepy reputation.
Oh
that-
yeah.
that
Did you have a
just-
ponytail back then? 'Cause that's like it seems like a creepy photographer thing to do.
Yeah, no, I that was another phase of my life where, you know, but it wasn't during the photographer era.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
All right, I got
yeah.
you. Uh-huh.
So-
70s porn days, those days. Yeah, I hear you. Whatever. Yeah.
No,
You and Mark Wahlberg cruising to town.
one of them adopted me, and she's still my girl.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
Yes,
no, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, no,
Fitness
Tara
model.
Caballero,
Oh,
she's like,
Oh, how
you know,
nice.
Yeah.
she, Tara's mother passed away a couple of years before we connected online and started working together. And then Tara kind of adopted my mother as an adopted mother. And so, you know, Tara and I like worked together for like 20 years now. So
Oh,
She calls me. I give her advice.
that's right.
yeah?
Talked her through many things.
Really?
She's my girl.
Really? That's very nice. So it's like
Yeah.
kind of your sister then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in a way. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's, you
She
know,
calls him
I've
baby.
been her official site photographer, her web designer, webmaster, and manager, all in the course of 20 years of working together. So
Right?
yeah, we've done a lot together. So
that's
I'm actually trying to get her on the show next
Well,
quarter.
yeah, where is she, like local?
No, she's down in Southern California.
All right, you got to fly her up. Is she sticking you for money? She making it a big deal? You talk to your daughter about
They had to
this.
work something out.
Yeah, you tell your daughter to quit charging him so much.
No, she flies me down there.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah, I go down and spend a week or so.
How
She
nice.
flies me here and there. Yeah,
Great.
we've traveled to.
Isn't it great to
Las
have a daughter you
Vegas
didn't have to give
and-
birth to? I mean,
Yeah.
that would be the most.
That was the
yeah.
easiest way to get one. Okay.
All right, that's pretty
Talking
good.
about being the good mom,
Yes.
he used to be a pool player.
Yeah, that's right.
A pool player, pool shark.
Yeah, he
It's
was.
a sharp, not a shark, right?
Shark.
He was a
No,
shark.
it's a shark.
He
It's a
was
card
shark.
sharp though, right?
That's
it's
a different
card.
thing. That's a
Yeah,
different
It's
this-
a card sharp with a P and a pool shark with a K. Is
That's
that
right.
correct?
That's correct.
Why is that?
Well,
Mr. Pool Shark?
Yeah, and who
You
went
know?
on to help him so
Yeah.
he could play the league? His mom.
Yo,
Got me a
and
pool cue, went out, competed.
you played a lot of pool just to hang out with him?
Yeah.
she played enough to allow me to play in the leagues that I competed in because I was the highest rated player in the league. So at the time, she had to be like the lowest rated player in order for me to play because there's a rating system.
So he says, I know where to find someone.
Yeah, that's right.
So you were so good that they wouldn't let you show up and play unless you brought somebody crappy with you.
That's right.
That's right.
What kind of league is that?
Yeah, I know.
Is that a real league?
It's a real league. Yeah, it's a real
Yeah, they
league.
have to balance out. So they have a total score of you know.
So you were like a handicap.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Yeah,
So
I
you
was.
were a team.
That's right.
And everyone had to handicap out to a certain thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you were so good, you needed the worst pool player on the planet.
And that's
Luckily,
me.
And that was my
And
that
mother.
was your mom.
That's right.
Well, that worked out great for you
Yeah.
guys.
So
I don't understand pool anymore. I used to think I understood how that worked. Was it 8-ball? What do you play?
yeah, it was 8-ball.
Baseball. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So whenever I needed some serious help, my mother's always been there. So
It is. So you owe her a house.
that's right. Yeah. So
That's
that's
for sure,
Yeah,
right?
So
yeah,
if I get one of these shows gets picked up by a network, or
Right.
or one of my reality show concepts gets sold, then it's like I have enough chunk of change to buy a home for my mother, get her retired from the state of Oregon,
Right?
and yeah. So
We
Are
went
you-
to
oh,
school
you
together.
worked for
We
this-
graduated together.
Wait a minute. He's not that smart. So are you that dumb that you graduated in the same day? How did you guys graduate?
No, we graduated
together?
from college together.
Graduated college together.
Oh, okay.
college together. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I got my degree in political science. She got her degree in administrative office
In
management.
the same day? Did you guys go get diplomas on the
Yeah.
same
Yes,
stage on the
yes.
same day?
Yeah.
How cool was that?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
Did you guys-
one of the local news stations actually
I
did a
would
story on
Of
us.
course they did.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Did you guys make the front page?
We have on
We
the
did,
Tribune.
yes.
Actually, we won
Let's
one
hope
day.
so. That's a
Yeah.
front page story in my book.
Yeah.
Mother and son graduate on same day. One of them's really smart, the other one's kind of dumb. How do you think it worked out? Is that what they? That wasn't the title. I'm not a great newspaper guy, but I would say not that.
Oh,
So wait, you got poli sci, and you were what? What did you get a degree in?
I was administrative office management.
And you years in that right now in your work as a state
Yeah,
worker
I
person.
work, yeah.
And then you were using your poli sci degree how again?
Never. I
He
never
became
used it.
he became a photographer.
I never used it. I never used it.
Doesn't matter. You made a great front page story.
I couldn't afford to move to any major city where I could use it, like like going to D.C. or New York.
You gonna use a poli-sci major here in Ashland? Really
Not
stick
really.
it to the
No,
man, that kind of stuff.
no,
To peel back the curtain, that kind of thing. Dig deep into the and all that. You got
And I tried to
poli-sci.
do
You got to use those metaphors where it
Yeah.
sounds like you're doing stuff.
Yeah, and I looked at going to like a law school, but
You're going to law school, yeah?
But actually, what happened? I did apply for a master's program at U of O for their master's in international relations.
Oh.
But they, when I graduated, when I started college, it was 2 weeks after I had my second brain surgery when I was in high school. So
Holy God! Wait, you buried the lead on this whole interview.
yeah. So
Wait, you had brain surgery in high school.
that's right. Yeah.
Too many brains? They had to remove some?
Well,
Like a
I was
boob job where you reduction? Some girls get bigger ones?
I was
You
like
had
a
to get some girls to
trivia.
small
I was
ones?
like a trivia nerd, so I had a whole bunch of stupid trivia in my head. Plus, I had like 5 different solutions to the Rubik's cube in my head, and
So you had to have surgery?
so it resulted in a tumor,
Yeah,
and then
you
I had
had
to get removed.
Wait, you're serious?
I'm serious.
Oh
serious.
yes,
You had
yes.
so many brains that they called it a tumor instead of expanding brain syndrome, which it should have been called, right?
They
Because I don't
took
know if
it
you watch
out.
any sci-fi, the aliens, they have huge skulls.
Yeah.
So instead of doing brain surgery, they just should have made your head bigger and painted you green, of course, that'd been awesome. And then you would have had this giant head with this huge Rubik's Cube brain inside of it. But instead, they cut out this cool
Yeah.
part of you.
Yeah, they went in.
And then I
they
started
messed
I started
with it.
college 2 weeks after that second surgery, and then it was like when I did finally graduate, I did apply at U of O, and then U of O came back, told my international studies instructor that they wanted me for their doctorate program and not their master's program.
Well,
Yeah.
and you didn't want to be that because you
Yeah,
said
it
they
was-
took the doctor part of my brain out already? I
It
can't
was
tell.
like I
God.
was so tired,
Yeah.
at that point that I just said, no, I could kind of see myself maybe doing 3 more years, but I couldn't see myself doing 6 more years. So I just took a break and
Became a photographer.
and then became a photographer and web designer and computer specialist and a whole bunch of other stuff. And so I did that work until I had my heart attacks and my father had his strokes. And then
Good Lord.
so once my father had his strokes, then I had to basically retire from everything I was doing to take care of him.
Well, that's very sweet.
So, and
That's
I
very
did
nice.
that. I did that for
Yeah.
7.5 years, and then
Oh, nice.
just before my father passed away, then I got here,
Right.
and that's how I met you, and that's how.
Well, as you came after that path, you expanded your horizons, and now here we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, here we are. We're
Simple,
we're
straight-
talking on one of 3 of my active series here
Right.
at RVTV.
Well, the beauty is that you tell a story like that, and every other person who had brain surgery in high school and then went to college with their mom, and then,
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot.
and then was a web designer for fitness models and muscle magazines none of us have ever heard of.
I'm sure-
all those people
Yeah.
can so relate.
I'm
to
sure
you
there's
to that.
got to be at least 2, maybe 3 other people in the world that have a similar story.
There's
You know,
a trillion.
and this, and the capabilities of RVTV being what it is, I'm absolutely sure we reach those 3 people around the world every
And they
week.
said,
Every
and they
week.
said, I am not alone.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I have not gotten any emails from those people saying that, or any letters to the
Right.
studios expressing that
Well-
sentiment. But it
Well,
could happen.
that's how I wound up going to school, because when he went to college with the brain surgery and stuff, his mental capacity was so short spanned, he couldn't remember. He'd read a sentence, and by the time he got to the end, he had forgotten what the beginning was. So he went to college, and we'd set him down with a recorder. I'd take his books, and I'd read everything, and I'd highlight just the main points, transcribe his notes for him.
Right?
And so then,
Tricked her into being your personal assistant.
Well,
you lazy
it
son
doesn't
of a bitch,
matter
didn't
that,
you?
after those surgeries, that was all necessary because I was in a condition where I couldn't even read past a single sentence, in the first year after the surgeries.
Right.
yeah.
And I would, if I said things, I would say things in complete reversal of what I was saying.
Talk backwards?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, the neurosurgeon said
so-
when he wanted to go to college, he says, nah, let him try, but he's not going to be able to. But he flew through his first term, his second term, Then his father got injured or was injured, and I knew then I had to become the breadwinner.
Right.
So then I went back to school,
Right.
and we graduated together.
You graduated together. So you went back to school.
Yeah.
You graduated
Yeah.
together.
So.
And now.
And here
can
we
you-
are.
Can you still talk in backward sentences? Because that would be super cool.
No,
I would like to.
lost
You could be like a
ability.
YouTube star.
It took about a year and a half or 2 years after the surgeries. But
Dave.
yeah.
It's enough of this.
It's
We still can't get Ellen on the phone.
okay. All right.
Maybe you
Oh.
could send her a message.
Yeah. Well, you could certainly bring up my message to Ellen if that's right
Yeah,
there.
Who's
there
Ellen?
she is.
Message to Ellen from Glamour Dave. This is a new segment, Road Valley. This replaces my message to Garth Brooks that I used to do on the show. So, Ellen, I'm here to introduce you to my session, to my message to you, where I will occasionally give you some advice or make some comment, and then I will make a clip of this message to you and put it on my Twitter feed so you can learn about my show, and with the intention I want to get you on the show in a Skype interview. And so look for messages to you from me in the intervening weeks and months as I try to get your attention online and get you on my show. So, hello, Ellen. This is Glamour Dave from the So Not So Late Night Glamour Dave show.
We tried with Garth, but I
You
think
never-
I really
No, never
ticked
got
him
Garth's
off
attention.
because every time he sent his message to Garth, I would say, Garth, if you'd just play more Elvis, I wouldn't have to change the station.
If Garth played more Elvis,
Elvis.
you wouldn't have to change the
On
station.
his
Yeah,
Sirius
because he
radio
puts him
show.
on the Garth
Oh.
station.
Yeah.
I put on the Elvis station.
Now, Dave, you're trying to lure in the delightful Ellen DeGeneres.
That's right.
Everyone loves her. Gosh, like she does this a lot, I know. But you know what else I know she loves to do?
Yeah.
She loves the dancing.
Yeah?
Are you willing to get out there
Oh.
and dance
Yes.
as a
Let's listen to
lure
music.
to bring in Ellen DeGeneres? If somebody were to play a song,
Yeah, well,
maybe,
actually, now
Dave,
would be
you
a
would
good
dance
time.
to it, and Ellen would see that and go, "My God, I need to dance with Dave Nienow right
Oh,
away."
She does. She does.
Thinking
Her
about it,
intro.
Dave.
Yeah, well, you
Thinking
know.
about it.
Yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
I-
why? Hold on a
Whoa,
second.
whoa,
Get those
whoa,
cameras ready.
whoa, whoa.
What are we gonna? What's the? Okay, yeah,
So-
zoom out, please, everybody. Good Lord, zoom out.
All righty.
Oh, there it is. No, wait, no, there's the music.
That,
No,
well,
she just said right. Okay, go.
let's-
Up, 3.
Yeah, Ellen would like that.
All righty.
Okay.
Okay. Got my
All right.
dance.
Wait. Is wait, let's check in the booth. So now, is we getting a phone call now?
No, I don't think
No
so.
call from Ellen right for that? I mean, what more do you want? This is live, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is live, so she's probably watching
yeah.
at home,
Yeah.
and she's going, maybe I'll call. She's like dialed.
So-
and where's
so-
the number she calls on the screen so she knows who to call?
We haven't gotten
How
that
about we
sophisticated.
listen to some music?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
good. This would be a good time for Mary Ann Graham to perform.
It's called Breathe Me In. You're beyond mere description, you're my favorite mystery. You've been stirring up my silent passion, is that all it's gonna be? And I can't fight if there's nothing to fight for. So only in my dreams tonight are you knocking at my door. Just breathe me in tonight and let me lie within your arms. Hold me close enough that together we are one. I'm just hoping that you'll notice me when you're walking into the room, that I'm still here longing for you. I'm still here longing for you. We grew up that you'll notice me when you're walking into the room, that I'm still here longing for you. I'm still here longing for you. I've worn this mask so you won't see the secrets I've concealed. I can't go on another day, I gotta tell you what I feel. Just breathe me in tonight and let me lie within your arms. Hold me close enough and together we are one. Just breathe me in tonight and let me lie within your arms. Hold me close enough and together we are one. I'm just hoping that you'll notice me when you're walking into the room, that I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here longing for you. Just breathe me in.
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Mary.